Hello everybody and welcome to Teresa's mini video in this series as a follow-up to the 5-day photo fun. On the 5-day photo fun event I had people taking photographs on 5 themes, which I did little videos in Paris for each one. I haven't done that before and they were all new. I changed them each time, and those of you who contributed on at least 3 days, I'm doing these videos for you. Teresa contributed I think on every day, amazing photographs. We're going to look at some of them now. And all of this took place in the Creative Smartphone Photography group, which is that. So get your friends to join if you can, friends, family, so that we can have more and more people taking part throughout the year in some of our little themes. So to start off with, I'm going to go to day 2, and the theme was colours. And Teresa took a photograph which really struck a lot of people as really wonderful, and it's this one here. It's clear there are 2 colours, the red and the blue. You've added a raindrop filter, just an overlay, which really works. You know, filters are filters. Sometimes they look good, sometimes they don't. And I think it looks really nice. It looks like we're looking through a window with rain on at this. And then there's the colour. Okay, it's metallic. It's not a real flower, people, but it's got petals though. And the red, the sort of metallic-y reddy orange of this petal with the blue is excellent. You know, I've kind of just recognised now as I speak that there's a bit of green there, have I? Blue, green and red are wonderful together. They really do work well. So that was a big hit. Everybody loved that one. And it actually reminded me of my poppy picture, which I'll show you right at the end. When I tell you about the masterclass, this leads into the masterclass starting on Monday. Everyone is welcome to join. I'd like you to. I'll tell you about that at the end. There's a poppy flower that I use in one of my images for that, which is a bit like that one. And the others are great too. Look at that, the blue and yellow. I'm a big fan of blue and yellow. Let's move on. It's a mini video, which is not easy for me. Teresa was looking around her house and she said she discovered lots of strange wooden mini statues with eyes, kind of creepy. But that's not the one I'm going to show you. I don't know if you guessed, but you know, words are not enough to say how wonderful this photograph is. It's just ridiculously beautiful. Oh, those eyes. I don't think I've ever seen, I mean, I've seen amazing pictures of animals, but I can't say I've ever seen one more endearing, more beautiful than this one. The eyes are absolutely pin sharp, and the expression on his face, I don't know if it's an expression. We kind of sometimes give expressions to animals when they don't really have them, but you've just got to say he's looking at someone he loves, and maybe he's just hoping that she'll get up and go for a walk, or I don't know, just the fact that he's just lying there like that. Any way I would improve this? In terms of the dog, I would possibly raise the camera slightly so that the edge of this sofa was a bit less. You know, chop off half of the edge of the sofa, or a third of the edge of the sofa at the bottom, and that would basically also, his ear is touching the top of the frame. You know me, folks, I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to things touching the frame. It doesn't matter if they do or not, it's just, does that serve the photograph? So I wouldn't have his ear touching the frame, and the way to do that would very easily would be simply to tilt the camera up a couple of degrees. Having said that, I can see, looks like someone's foot there in the top left, possibly there's someone sitting on the sofa, so maybe you did that in order to avoid that. Otherwise you could have sort of lifted the camera up that way, so you got less of the front bit of the sofa, a little bit more of his ear, but you didn't get any more of the person sitting behind. And yeah, I mean, anything else is just picking, you know, being nitpicky really. It's just amazing, absolutely beautiful shot. One to be absolutely proud of. Wow. This one was the theme of the past. And now you went to a museum, I think, and you saw like there was these old carts from the past. Yes, it is. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? It's a wonderful old cart. I don't know if you call it a cart, horse and cart, chariot. But and it's beautifully photographed and everything is wonderful. So there's nothing wrong with it. The focus is good, but this one touched me because there's a personal connection. It's as simple as that. Okay, it's very cute as well. It's not just the whole of the carriage and all that. It's literally two salt cellar and pepper pot put together, and they were kept from when her parents were downsizing their belongings many years ago. And they always made her smile, she says, you say, Teresa, and the funny little eyes, what do you call them? The funny little eyes make her think of having fun as a kid. They're beautifully positioned. The background is, you can see it's a home, but it's gone out into this lovely soft focus effect. But look at the sharpness of the items themselves. You know, pin sharp. The lighting is nice. It's coming from a side. It's not soft lighting, which gives you the quite bright reflection of the white there and the darkness on the other side. It's not a soft, you know, it doesn't go gently in gentle gradient. So it's quite harsh lighting coming from the side. And what harsh lighting does is it allows you, if you focus well, to get every single detail. And this is a very, very crisp shot indeed. So that's beautiful. And the personal story that you give us with them, you know, doubles the power of the photograph. That's why sometimes it's good to know the background to the photograph. And then I'm going to finish with this. Funnily, Teresa, as many photographers do, they criticize themselves before anyone else can. This is all stuff, isn't it, we go over in the masterclass. It's a very deep masterclasses, you would think they would be deep. I think I can genuinely say this is a deep masterclass. And we talk about psychology behind, you know, why do we take photographs? What are some of the things that prevent us from taking photographs and from putting our work out there? Well, here's an example. I mean, I'm only gently, you know, teasing you. I mean, but still, what does she say? Pick an angle. Seriously, I'll try to take some better pics and post more this afternoon. So she's suggesting that these aren't very good. You know, let's be black and white about it. She's suggesting they're not as good as they could be. For a start, I don't understand why she's saying that. I don't understand why you're saying that, Teresa. Maybe it's your own standards, or maybe, you know, anyway, we won't get into that. But I look at this, I see 3 photographs, beautifully taken, pin sharp, interesting subjects, there's variety, and I don't know what you're talking about. Take better pics. You didn't anyway, did you? So obviously you must have realised that they were good enough. Sorry, what was the topic? It was angles. Well, yeah, you've got angles. Look at that. This reminds me of Van Gogh's chair. I think in America you say Van Gogh. His chair in the bedroom scene. It reminds me of that. I love the crazy angles that you've taken it at. And you get that by getting in really close with a wide angle lens. Or maybe any lens, but wide angle is good. And then there's this one. There are natural angles. You know, these are vicious little brats, some plants, aren't they? Those things are not gentle little little leaves. They're vicious spikes designed to take an eye out. Incredible. And it's so sharp. You've got a lovely angle of the plant branch, and the spikes are at angles as well. And the background is lovely and fuzzy. And also there's only 2 colours, main colours. There's yellow and green. That could have gone in day 2, couldn't it? And last but not least, I kind of went off you for a while actually, Teresa, because this looks like incredibly good chocolate, and I'm trying incredibly hard not to eat any. So thanks for that, you know, appreciate it. And you've laid them at angles, yeah. I might have put this one at a different angle to the one behind it. You know, maybe a tiny bit like that, because it's actually the same angle as the one behind it. You know, these are tiny little things, doesn't matter. Just, you know, try a few and see what you like best. Fantastic. So that was it from Teresa. And from me, I'm just going to finish off by saying this is the lead-in to my masterclass, which starts on Monday. Please come on the masterclass. You will love it if you love photography. It's a smartphone masterclass, and you can take amazing photographs with your smartphone. So make your smart, but it's not always that easy. You know, it really isn't, unless you've got the skills of a true photographer, which means it doesn't matter what camera you've got in your hand, you can take a great photograph. So make your smartphone photography sizzle in 2021 with me, starting Monday. This is the address at the bottom. Go to infinitecreativitynow.com/photo and join me. Here are some other images. On the left it says from sad snaps to incredible images. I'm not saying necessarily your snaps are sad, but they might be. At the end of the masterclass, they will be amazing. You'll be really pleased with the results. And yeah, the early bird pricing is open now. Here's another picture, the one I was telling you about with Teresa's picture of the metal flower. It's a bit like the poppy that I use here, actually. And on this class, we create, we share, and we learn. It's a beautiful creative cycle. Early bird is now open for another couple of days. So please get that quickly while you can, if you want to. And the address to go to is here. infinitecreativitynow.com/photo. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and thanks Teresa for taking part, and I'll see you all again somewhere soon, hopefully with cameras in hand. Bye for now.